Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
We have here a couple of people who are really important for the races today. And over on my right is Craig Douglas, and you started this whole thing, I believe.
Yes, actually the Ohio-Michigan run in the late 90s. I ran that and brought this model back. So they get credit for designing this concept of doing a marathon and other races on a 5K closed course. And so we brought that to Carrollton, and this is our 9th one.
Aha, that was a question I was going to ask you, is who came up with the idea? Now we know. And your name is Mark
Michkowiak.
And you are the president of the foundation?
Yes, the Education Foundation, yes.
And you have almost a unique job in road racing. You've been counting laps.
Yeah, I've been doing that most of the years since the road race started, and it's fun.
Well, explain to our viewers why it is that you're counting laps.
Well, we help the runners keep track of their laps. Many of them have counters, so they know where they're at, but sometimes they're not quite sure, so we're there to back them up and let them know where they stand. So.
And I can imagine that by the time you get to the 6th or 7th loop, your brain starts to go, so it's harder to count, right?
Yeah, that's for sure, yes.
Well, Craig, it's always been, in my mind, a very interesting model, and the race has become a race with a kind of a cult following nationwide. Can you talk about the 50 staters and the fact that some people come back here for a reunion?
Yeah, I owe a debt of gratitude to the 50 staters. I mean, they really point to this race. It is exactly what you described. It's a reunion. I mean, it's like a celebration of many sorts, and we get together and swap stories. I think almost all of them are even true, and it's just it's just so fun. And runners are inherently kind anyway, and these people are really very committed to Carrollton, and we appreciate that. We look forward to this. We're going to keep the last Sunday in July each year for that purpose, and we continue to pack it around a lot of local talent. And today I think I saw 6 of our faculty participate in the 5K or 10K or one shape or another, and it's just kind of neat to see local people infused around the 50 staters.
It's just really added to the culture, the running culture. This was something we didn't have really before, and when Craig came up with the idea and said, we're going to have a road race on a Sunday morning and we're going to have all these people come to Carrollton to run the streets, and I said, yeah, Craig, sure. But he knew what he was doing, and it's turned into a great thing.
Well, I think there's a couple things that are unique. One is July. There aren't very many marathons in July. And the other thing is that the runners themselves provide the entertainment for the other runners.
Yes, they do. There are a lot of hellos, how you doing, on the course. And that's one reason I've elected to do. I do a 20K on my own after I set the course up. And then I do the 5K, which I'm still sweaty from. But it's nice to be out there among the throng because they're back interacting with each other, giving each other encouragement. It's also very unique to running. A lot of other sports, as you know, so competitive. The last thing they do is encourage their opponent. Not so here. Everybody's encouraging everybody for their personal best.
Well, most races you get to see their behinds, and in this one you actually get to see their faces because of the out and back aspect of it.
Yes, yep.
And you get to see them at the turn, and a couple people actually perform at that turn, don't they?
They do. They have their individual little acts, and we do try to encourage them too, and I think that adds to the friendliness of the whole race.
Well, congratulations, Craig and Mark, on just a great event, and it's just fun to see something unique, and it's fun to see something where the runners themselves are just having so much fun. Congratulations.
And a little tease, we're thinking next year's our 10th anniversary. We're thinking of a new twist, and I'll just leave it at that. Not a drastic overhaul, but a new twist. So watch, we'll get the information in your hands. You'll be one of the first to know.
So there it is. Stay tuned for the new twist on the 10th anniversary of the Carrollton Charity Road Races. We have here Jessie Dawkins, who's a woman of many hats and one cool button. Jessie is on the foundation for the Carrollton schools, and not only that, she's been helping out with these races since the beginning, and the most exciting part, this is her first race today. So tell us about your race first.
I think this was great. I was a little optimistic at first, but I made it. It was wonderful, and I encourage anybody to come out here and do it. And next year, I plan to do this race with my family. They don't know this yet, but I plan to do it with them. This has been great. And the benefit for Carrollton and the students and everything, this has been really wonderful.
So the foundation's role in this is the whole idea of the race is it's a charity fundraiser.
Yes, it's a charity fund road race. Money goes to scholarships for the Carrollton High School graduates, also for the East Side Soup Kitchen.
Oh, okay. The soup kitchen too. I didn't know about that.
Yes,
Okay.
Soup Kitchen.
Okay. Now, one more thing. What was it like being out on the course yourself and seeing all those runners out there?
Well, I was proud of the runners passing me by, but I took my time, and the day is beautiful. The weather is great. It was wonderful for me. It really was great, and I feel good. I'm glad I made it.
Well, we are too, and we're glad you've been helping out all this time, and we look forward to number 10 next year.
Absolutely, I'll be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for talking with us, Jessie.
Thank you.
We're with Pam Cole of the East Side Soup Kitchen. And Pam, you were up at 5 o'clock this morning. Why would that be?
We were standing on the corner passing out water to all the runners at the Carrollton Road Race.
And you've been involved in this because the Soup Kitchen gets some of the profits that the race brings in, right?
That's right. Last year we made about $1,300, and it's really helpful to the Soup Kitchen. And Craig Douglas, that started this race, he asked us to get involved with him, and we've been with him ever since it started.
So you've been volunteering in addition to getting some money, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we figure we should put in our time too, as long as they're helping us.
Well, I imagine it's a little bit different than other things you do, isn't it?
It really is. And it's nice because you get to see people from all over the country, and you see people year after year, and you kind of get to know the people, and so it's a lot of fun.
I imagine. Tell us a little bit about the Soup Kitchen, too.
Eastside Soup Kitchen has been in business for 29 years, and right now we're averaging over 300 people a day. During last week, we were up over 450 a day. And then we also have an after-school meal program during the school year, and we feed children at different sites, 9 different sites. Last year, we were feeding 465 kids a day.
Wow, that's a lot of work. So every little bit helps, I guess.
That's right. All these little things, when you put them together, make for our help us with our budget.
Well, now, have you noticed with Michigan's economy that you're getting more business?
We're getting more business, and donations are down, so we're working real hard to try to find new avenues of revenue for us.
Well, what we hope for is an upturn, but in the meantime, thank you for helping out with the race, and we look forward to seeing you at number 10.
Well, thank you. It's our pleasure.
And the back. Terrific. What's your name?
William.
And where do you go to school?
Here, Carrollton.
All right. First time you volunteered?
No.
Ah, you're an old hand at this, huh? Okay.